Good morning, guys. We're going on another road trip, but this time I'm not going alone. I'm going with my family. We're going on a Canada road trip. We're gonna be going for about 2 weeks. Let's get it going. Oh, my mom just showed up now. All right, you know it's not a road trip unless the first stop on your road trip is Tim Hortons.
I love Tim Hortons.
How'd it taste?
Hey, the best, eh? Tim Hortons. One of the key players before now owns a coffee shop. Tim Hortons.
Never gonna get sponsored by Tim Hortons. All right, let's go. So, didn't get to mention what the whole plan is. So, we're actually headed towards cross country, like I mentioned in some of my previous videos. We're doing a cross country road trip all the way down to Toronto, but we are actually visiting old Montreal as well too on one of our trips, and then heading back. So it's about almost 100 plus hours of driving across Canada. So we're going to Toronto, Montreal, and all the way back. This is actually going to be one of my first series that I'm going to be doing. There's going to be episodes coming out every week, so I hope you guys are looking forward to joining me and my family when we head out to places that we've actually never been to. I've never visited any of the other provinces of Canada other than maybe Alberta. Never been to Manitoba, Saskatchewan, any of Ontario, like any of the other provinces. So this is a perfect time for us to go, and you know, everything's kind of getting lifted right now too with all the COVID things. So all right, just taking a quick washroom break. Coffee is coming out, and also this guy needs to go pee-pee. Also brought the dogs with us. Me and Jillian actually just saw this little board here, Trails of Hope. Kind of interesting of checking out this place, and I actually had never been to Othello, so might do that during the summer when I'm not out, you know, exploring other places. And also, didn't know there was a camel here. So as you guys can see right here, I think I passed by this on my last trip up here to Edmonton, but yeah, more construction here, trying to get rid of all the damage that was caused during the flooding. Just back onto Coquihalla today. Bright blue skies outside. Perfect day compared to yesterday when it was raining really hard. Anyways, we're gonna keep on driving, and my dog is breathing hard. Taking another quick break. This is what happens when you drink way too much coffee. Just back into actually Britain rest stop. If you guys watched my last video when I went to Edmonton, I did this stop as well too. So yeah, taking a quick stop here, and I think we're gonna be getting the two boys to drink some of their water. So just, yeah, they're panting a little bit. But all in all, it's been a great, perfect day to drive this trip. I was kind of getting worried, like I said earlier, just because it was raining pretty hard yesterday. I actually didn't get to read this, but these are like routes for certain things that you can actually go discover. Some are for hot springs, you know, to visit great northern parts of BC. I'd actually like to do this one day. But yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, back on the road we go. So here's actually another bridge over here that got destroyed during the flooding last year. Here's that bridge that got broken down. That's why right now we're only doing one way on each lane here. But yeah, I think they're trying to repair it. Hopefully it gets repaired soon, because I know there's a lot of travels that are going to be happening throughout the summer, but I think it'll take time. One good thing about this summer so far is that it's a lot cooler. If you guys see on the left here, there was actually some forest fires as well too that happened a while back. I think some last year that caused all the trees to get burnt down here. But I'm glad that it's a little bit cooler summer, even though I'm hoping it'll be a lot sunnier. Right, Eggsy? Yep, I think he agrees. We just passed, I believe we're almost in Merritt. It's crazy. All of a sudden, clear blue skies, sun is shining down really, really brightly, and can't complain about the scenery that we're seeing right now. I believe we're only about another hour or so until we reach Kamloops to have lunch and gas up, and then on the way to Lake Louise we go. And then afterwards, we're gonna be camping for 2 nights over at Banff. So this first episode is basically us driving to Banff for 2 days, and then we'll continue on the next episode of us going to another part of Canada, which I'll mention towards the end of the video. Honestly, can never get tired of driving up towards Merritt, because the weather once you pass the mountains is just beautiful, and the scenery and everything else while you're driving is just awe-inspiring. But anyways, let's keep on going. Just got to Costco in Kamloops, taking a quick break here. Gonna have our lunch. Cheapest way to actually go buy food is just getting gas over at Costco, which is actually cheaper already, and then getting some food at Costco. So just waiting for my mom and my sister to go buy food, and we're gonna go and have our lunch. Anyways, gonna walk around with the dogs for a little bit, get their legs all stretched out. You love the sun, Eggsy? Just finished eating at Costco on our way to Banff. So let's go. By this chateau over there. I actually watched an episode from a local YouTuber named Downey Live, and he actually visited that area. That area has a whole bunch of train collection, from like I don't know, miniature ones to actual full blown locomotives and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually just passed by. It's a pretty big place. Can't miss it once you pass. You're passing through Revelstoke, and yeah, the red chateau, I believe, is what it's called. But yeah, be a nice place to check out. Maybe when we head back from our trip to the east, when we're heading home, maybe something we can check out. We're just actually 2.5 hours away from Lake Louise, and we're actually doing pretty good when it comes to time. Drizzling a little bit right now, but all in all, hoping that it's not too bad once we get to Banff. So we just got to the city of Golden, stopping at another Tim Hortons, just having a break with my boys. We're only an hour away from Lake Louise, and me and my dad are gonna switch because I'd like to film some of Yoho Provincial Park. There's some nice sights there, and then of course I'm gonna be filming Lake Louise as well too, so should be good. building a straight-on bridge, and I think I've seen some on video on YouTube, of course, that a lot of people mentioned that this is one of the most dangerous part of the Highway 1.
We finally arrived at Lake Louise. Lake Louise is located in Banff National Park in the Canadian Rockies. It's world famous for its turquoise glacier lake, jaw-dropping mountain backdrop, abundance of hiking trails, and incredible ski resort. It was the beginning of June when we visited Lake Louise, and surprisingly, parts of the lake was still frozen. This trip was the first time visiting Lake Louise, and it didn't disappoint. The only thing I didn't like was, since it's a tourist destination, there were tons of them during our visit. So if you plan on visiting Lake Louise, make sure to arrive early, or you can always stay at the Fairmount Chateau, which overlooks the lake. But rumor has it, the hotel is haunted, which may or may not add to your adventure.
Just finished visiting Lake Louise. As you can hear, the doggos are breathing really hard right now. We did take a little walk there, and the sun came out, which is awesome. Just a little note, we got here at about 6 o'clock when there's a rush hour of a lot of people. So if you'd like to go to Lake Louise where there's not a lot of people, I'd say probably head there really early in the morning. I'm sure it's already open by that time and there'll be less people. Once we got there, there was tons of people in the area, so it was hard to actually kind of film and take pictures, but it's all good. I mean, that's the first time I've ever been to Lake Louise. So unfortunately, Marine Lake is, I heard, closed for some reason. I'm not too sure. I'll probably figure it out, but they're closed, so that's probably going to be out of the itinerary in regards to visiting that area. Anyways, the boys are breathing hard. Gonna try to start heading to our campsite over at Banff on one of their campgrounds. Yeah, on our way to go. It's about another 45 minutes just to get there. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yung office nila.
Yeah.
Ito yung ano, baka pwede na tayong mag-ano ng pass dito.
Yeah. Just got to our campsite, and I think I picked the right spot. We're right by the washroom, and we're just about to set up. So let's get to it.
We arrived at the Banff Village 1 campground. This campground is located 10 minutes away from the town of Banff, which is pretty convenient. We reserved the campsite with an on-site fire pit, which at that time was permitted. As you know, I don't normally go to paid campsites, but I think if you are to visit Banff, this is the way to go. Immersing yourself to the outdoors while enjoying the luxuries of clean washrooms and hot shower.
Got the fire started, all set up now. Got the food ready. My sister and my mom is gonna be sleeping inside, and then me and my dad are gonna be sleeping in the tent. Time for dinner. Hey guys, just finished dinner, and we're just taking the dogs for a walk. Yeah, trying to burn off a bit of this. All the food that we ate today. But yeah, we're just taking them for a walk. No, that's where the wood is.
in the back.
Oh, let's go walk to the wood.
Yeah. Let's grab a few.
Yeah.
Just gonna pick up some more wood just to end the day. We only have about until 11 o'clock anyways to have fire and everything else, so just gonna have a little bit more wood. After returning back to camp, we hung out by the fire until it started raining, so we called it an early night. Good morning, guys. Day 2. Currently eating breakfast. Had a good sleep. Unfortunately, my parents and my sister didn't because of somebody we're not gonna name. But anyways, we're deciding to give my uncle in Calgary a call so we can just stay one night and then start heading to Manitoba on Monday, which is tomorrow. And yeah, that's the plan so far. We're gonna go check out Banff today, the town of Banff today, and then yeah, start heading to Calgary right after. So this is the Hoodoos. I guess the mountain, right, Jill?
For thousands of years, rain, snow melt, and wind have scoured the glacial material that makes up the ridge you're standing on, creating deep and narrow gullies. These hoodoos were once partially protected from erosion by caps of sod or harder rock material.
So I'm assuming this is their like main like area, hey? Jill, you want poutine? Or do you want
Authentic Montreal.
or do you want to wait when we get to Montreal? Just walking down to Banff downtown, checking out the places here. Really probably think of going back here in the future. And I think personally, and I'm from BC, but I think this is honestly a lot better than Whistler Village. There's a lot more room and space, so yeah. Just finished checking out Banff downtown. On our way to Calgary right now. Actually, on the way out, we saw a bear. I didn't get to film it. It's a baby cub playing around a little bit, and was just there for a little bit and left. Yeah, we're on our way to Calgary just to stay for the night at my uncle's place. Just because of the weather situation. We're doing something very Filipino, so and it's a tradition. Where are we going, Dad?
Jollibee!
Jollibee!
Yeah,
best food in town.
I don't know about that, but we are gonna go to a Filipino restaurant, well, fast food restaurant that's known in the Philippines and some in America as well too. So we're actually headed there right now. We have one in Vancouver, but there's only one place down in downtown, and typically the lineups are pretty long, so hopefully here it's not too bad. Oh, we made it to Jollibee. You already know what's up.
Your destination is on the right.
Jollibee is a Filipino fast food restaurant chain that opened its doors in 1978. It's basically the McDonald's of Philippines, but with different varieties of food such as spaghetti, palabok, pancit, and much more Filipino dishes. Just heads up, we'll be hitting a few Jollibees on this trip. After our lunch at Jollibee, we head on out to my uncle's place. I think I'm gonna end the episode right here in Calgary, and we're gonna move on to episode 2, going towards Regina, Saskatchewan, and Winnipeg, Manitoba. Hope you guys are excited about the series. I know it's totally different from my typical off-roading, overlanding videos, but I thought you guys would, you know, be interested in joining me in this journey of going across Canada. You know, I've lived most of my life in Canada and just never been to any other provinces other than BC and Alberta. So, what to expect in the next episode? As past Gary said, we're Saskatchewan bound, baby. Where we plan to meet a moose named Mac and visit the city of Regina. Yes, yes, yes. The one that Ryan Reynolds said rhymes with fun. And then on to Winnipeg, Manitoba. So hit that subscribe button and come on, join us on this next part of our cross Canada road trip. Stay awesome, everybody.